Well, it's bracket challenge. So I predicted the play-in a little bit ago. I did some good stuff, some bad stuff. I predicted the Sixers to grab the 7th seed in the East, which, as you can see, is good. I also predicted the Clippers to make the 8th seed, and they got bounced by Golden State in the first game, so that was bad. It doesn't matter. Playoff ball starts very soon. We are going to predict the bracket. I'm going to go through and let me know what you would change down below. Also, if this is your first time seeing me, make sure to like and subscribe. We are going to be covering the playoffs between the NBA and NHL, all playoffs long from April to June, so stay tuned for that. Thunder Suns kind of sucks where they ended up. If they won, I feel like they would have maybe even had a better chance because Devin Booker would have had an easier matchup, but now he's got to guard Shea. Jalen Green has looked very good in the playoffs. Efficient-wise, he's shooting great. Even Jordan Goodwin is playing decent ball. He had 6 steals in his last game against Golden State Warriors, putting up almost 20 points and 10 rebounds. Book hasn't been too hot. He shot 0 for 4 the other night. He is 5 for 12 from the field as well. And even in the Portland game, he didn't amaze me. I think Denny Avdia really took over that game before he even got going. As you can see, there is prediction, like how many fans have picked what teams. This isn't even the most favored matchup, actually. I can't see a world where Phoenix is going to win this game. In hockey, it's a lot harder to have sweeps. In basketball, not so much. The Thunder swept the Grizzlies no problem last year. I think it's going to be the same situation. I had the Thunder in 4. The Lakers and the Rockets, the 4-5 seed. This actually kicks off later tonight. I am recording this on Saturday, so I'm going to have this up after the playoffs have started. Same with hockey, but I'm not waiting until these are done. So with that, the Lakers are banged up bad. I don't think AR is going to return. Luka is doubtful. What they're going to rock tonight, that's apparently their starting forwards, are going to be Rui and Braun. They're going to have Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard on the backcourt and DeAndre Ayton running the 5. There was also a post on Instagram a little bit ago. I'll see if I can find it. If I can, I'm going to throw up a graphic on it now. Bronny James is going to be utilized in this series, which I'm excited to see how he does. I don't know how he's going to play because he doesn't really shoot the ball well, let alone against that Rockets defense. Amen Thompson is phenomenal. If Luka returns, this is going 7. I don't care if they go down 1-0, 2-0. This is going 7. If Luka don't make a comeback, this is going to be a problem. They got Kevin Durant on the other side. KD can steal a series, let alone they got Sengun, Amen Thompson to lock it up down and low. Jabari Smith Jr. is going to be good. As you can see here, 33% of fans think the Lakers are going to win. The rest is the Rockets. I'll show you the graphic between the two teams. Now, obviously, this is going to be a little bit different. Luka and AR, 2 of the main ball handlers, aren't here. Just for the sake, in case Luka returns, I'm going to go Rockets in 7. T-Wolves and Nuggets. This is fun. These two teams have been going at it for the last little bit. I believe the last 2 or 3 times in the playoffs they've matched up against each other. This game also kicks off later today. It looks like the Wolves are going to be running Edwards, McDaniels, Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, and Rudy at the 5. And then the Nuggets are going to be looking at Aaron Gordon, obviously the Joker, Jamal Murray, Cam Johnson, and Christian Braun. This is going to be a star series. Let me explain. Both are relatively good at keeping the ball out of their own basket. They're both relatively good at putting up numbers. Obviously, when you have one of the best players, if not the best player in the league in Nikola Jokic. Rudy Gobert is more of a paint kind of guard, or paint kind of big anyway. He don't shoot the ball well, but he defends down low well. Obviously, won DPOY many times. I trust Ant on defense a little bit more than I trust Jamal Murray. The outside scoring, the third options are really going to need to shine here. I think whoever can catch fire, like if Julius Randle wants to play a 3, he averaged 21, 6, and 5 this season. I can see them leaning on maybe Cam Johnson for a couple wing catch and shoot 3s. Aaron Gordon is going to have a big series. These seedings it looks a lot worse, especially when it says picked by this many fans. This is way closer than people think if you actually look at it. I am going to kind of factor this in as well. I said I'm going to try not to do it, but when you got a series like this close, these two teams are built relatively different but similar at the same time. You got a flashy guard, and then Jokic and Rudy is kind of really like the big difference. One of them doesn't really give a shit, rather go watch horses and just chucks 3s. Other one cares, plays down low like an actual center. The last time we seen a healthy Denver Nuggets team, they won a chip. and the Denver Nuggets are healthy. I like the Nuggets. I'm going to go 7. You got Spurs and Trailblazers. 98-2 is a little crazy. This is going to be a little bit harder for the Spurs than people think. Deni Avdija has really blossomed into an amazing player. In the play-in game, if we can get that playoff Deni dropping 40 and 12 every night, obviously he's not going to drop it every night, but like that's going to give them a good boost. Their defense on display was amazing. Kamara had 4 steals, Deni had 2 blocks on top of his 40. Donovan Clingan was playing really well. He only held Mark Williams to 4 points. He did shoot 16% from the field, but he played down low when he needed to. He grabbed 11 boards, 6 offensive boards as well. Jeremy Grant off the bench, he looks good. Even Shaedon Sharpe looked really good. Drew Holiday's shooting was not really something I was expecting. I tuned into the game and I seen him take over with 3s, which was weird in the first quarter. It's really hard to bet on a team that has Victor Wembanyama. Betting against them, it's like taking a gamble with 35-1 odds. Getting into the paint scoring is going to be pretty much impossible, and the Blazers don't utilize the 3-pointer like a lot of teams do in this league. Off of Deni's 41 points, he shot 22 field goal attempts. About a third of them were from 3. I think this is going to be a fun young team matchup. I do like the Spurs. I'll give the Blazers 1 because of that defense, but I think they're going to take it in 5. Rockets and Thunder. Alperen Sengun is going to have his hands full this series. That duo of Hartenstein and Holmgren has been phenomenal this year. Chet's probably going to be up there for all-team defense. He's got Shea to look out for. Lu Dort hasn't in particularly been impressive by any means, but I mean, when you're on a roster that can win 66 games when you're not even at your peak, that's pretty much all you're contributing. You need to do what you need to do, and he's done that. Playoff ball is a completely different situation. If you can catch fire, you can steal a series, steal a game or 2. Their bench depth is just so much deeper. They picked up Jared McCain, who's been honestly really well with a good amount of minutes. They have the other Jalen Williams coming off the bench too. Alex Caruso's defense. It's so boring, as you can see. Looking at this, 90% of fans think the Thunder are going to win, but unless someone goes down, which obviously you never hope for because injuries are brutal. Tyrese Haliburton definitely could have had a ring if that didn't happen. But like I said, unless someone big goes down, I really don't see them losing at any point. I think the Thunder are going to take it here. Nuggets, Spurs. Like I said last time, betting on a team with Victor Wembanyama is very hard. But now you've got the Joker on Wemby. Man, this is going to be a fun series if this happens. 2 of the best big men going at it in the league. Then you've got the guard talent between Murray and Fox and Castle. Oh, this is going to be a treat for the NBA world. It's hard to go against a team where you can have your center casually pull down a triple-double every night, and then your point guard can give you 30 on good shooting splits. Jamal broke out this year big. Jamal Murray, he's had some injury problems early on in his career. He's one of his better seasons for game-wise. He only missed out on 7. Went along with 35 minutes a game. He averaged 25 points on 48, 43, and 88% from the line. Like, those are good shooting splits. I think Dylan Harper's looked good. I think De'Aaron Fox has looked good. It's nothing against the Spurs team. I'm just banking on this Denver Nuggets team. I think they're going to have the offensive edge. I think they're going to take this one. I'm going to go 7. We got Thunder and we got Nuggets in the conference final. A fun matchup. You got 2 front runners for MVP going to go at it. Shea versus Jokic. He's going to have to get through Wemby, and then he's going to have to get through Chet Holmgren. Both Shea and Jamal Murray play the 1, so that'll be a good clash of skill going at it. The third options are going to have to be big in this series. I think either Cam Johnson or Aaron Gordon's going to have to have a big series. In this 44% of fans, let me explain something. The last time we seen a team go back-to-back in the NBA was the 2017-2018 Golden State Warriors, arguably the best dynasty of all time. Statistics say There is no way the Thunder are going to go back and win another chip. I like a healthy Nuggets team. I think all signs point to it. Even last year in the playoffs, the Nuggets took the Thunder to 7. They had a lead at halftime, then they blew it. I think they get their revenge. They're going to send OKC packing, ruin a bunch of brackets. The Nuggets are going to move on to the finals. Jokic is going to win Western Conference Final MVP. Pistons and Magic, they really rebounded. They looked good. See, and this is the thing with the play-in game. If we hadn't done that, these series could have started, maybe 2-3 days earlier, and we would have the exact same matchups. The seedings and what we got in the playoffs are the exact same at the end of the regular season, but not my decision. Paulo really didn't have an outer-worldly game. He only had 25, 5, and 6 on okay shooting. I mean, from the stripe, he wasn't good at all. He went 5 for 8. Franz had a good game. He had 18, 7, and 7. It really was banking on LaMelo and Con. They have been ice cold from 3 in the last little bit. This final stretch, they've not been good. They shot like 2 for 25 combined against the Heat, and they went 4 for 14, which isn't good either against this Magic team, who hasn't particularly guarded the 3-line great. The one thing we thought about the Pistons is Cade went down. He would be the best player in the series no matter what. And everyone thought that was it for them. But they've showed they don't need Cade to win. They have been relatively hot just without him. And there's a good chance he can make himself known in this series. I think this is where Cade legacy starts. I'm taking the Piston in 4. Cavs and Raptors. I see a bunch of analysts, a bunch of people online betting against the Raptors. I'm going to try not to be biased because obviously this is my team. I'm going to watch this game later on. IQ is out. The Raptors this season were 44 and 18 against teams under top 10 defense. The Cavs, even with Harden, their net was worse than the Raptors by almost 1.5 points. I think Scotty Barnes is going to be big. He's going to be guarding the guards in this series. Actually, CMB kind of leaked it in the post-game interview, so I don't know why he would do that. I think if we drew the Knicks in the first round like it was projected, we would have been fucked. We'd be packing in 4. We'd be off to Punta Cana. I like our chances. I really do. Brandon Ingram, in my opinion, one of the best one-on-one scorers in the league. You get him in a one-on-one situation, ISO with somebody, I'd say 8 out of 10 times, if he's got time on the clock, it's probably going to fall down from mid-range. Jacoby Walter has been super efficient. I think this is going 7 no matter what. My gut is telling me Raptors, and I'm going to go for it. Knicks and Hawks. This is interesting. New York has built a great core. They have good playoff experience. If you lose to the Hawks, heads are flying off. Your coach will be gone. A couple good names will be gone. They're going to, if they lose this series, it's going to set them back, and they're going to have to make some big moves to get over this hump. Their kryptonite has been the Pacers, and obviously they aren't here. If they lose to this Hawks team, this is it for them. Jalen Brunson has blossomed into one of the best players in the league. You've got Cat to pair along with him. Josh Hart, one of the biggest dogs in the league. Mikal Bridges hasn't missed a game in almost 6 seasons. Jalen Johnson's look good. This Hawks team is scary. They have been one of the hottest teams in the league after the trade deadline. I think that Jonathan Kuminga addition was amazing. This is going to be closer than people think, but I will take New York. I'll give it to them in 6. Boston, Philly. Interesting series. If Joel is here, this is a huge discussion. Joel Embiid, yes, he even said it himself, I'm washed. He can still put up 25 on a given night, especially on a shitty defender. But you look at the Celtics team, what they did without Tatum. A lot of people had them very low. I had them just squeaking into a play-in spot actually at the start of the year, and they showed everybody they're here to stay. They're legit. I don't give Philly a whole lot in this series. Maybe Maxey steals 1. Celtics in 5. Pistons, Raptors. We played the Pistons decent this season. Actually, we played awful against playoff teams, but the top teams like the Thunder and the Pistons, we played fine. Scotty has just been a defensive animal all season long. He doesn't get enough credit, but, it'll come when it's deserved. I think the Raptors... No, I'm just kidding. The Pistons are going to take this one. We're a young team. We don't have any experience. Neither of the Pistons. This is going to be a good young matchup. I just think Cade is one of the best players in the league right now. Arguable case for a first-team All-NBA, absolutely. Our defense isn't there yet. We have a lot of flaws. Jalen Duren is going to put belt to ass. He has been one of the best bigs in the league this season. I think Pistons in 5. Knicks, Celtics. What's ridiculous is that this is almost 98% of fans predict this matchup. This is crazy. I think there's been a lot of controversy with the play-in game. I find that there's not a whole lot of parity. The 4 through 5, 3 through 6 matchups are always fun. Like the Cavs, Raptors, Knicks, Hawks, T-Wolves, Nuggets, and even Houston, LA would have been wicked if everyone was healthy. Obviously, injuries suck. But then you got things flipping around where it was probably going to be Phoenix, San Antonio. They held the 7th seed pretty much for the last 2 months of the year, and then they just flipped because they lost one game. I think this is the first season where the actual teams that were supposed to make the playoffs, if the play-in game wasn't here, made it. Anyway, let's get back to this. Knicks Celtics, revenge tour for Jason Tatum, tearing his Achilles, returning very early. Oh my, good recovery on him. Great team, great help, great medical staff. OG is going to have to be big in this. His main thing always was 3-and-D kind of guy. It seems like his role was switched around a little bit in New York. He's not really too much taking shots because they've got a lot of people there that can shoot the 3-ball well. You know, they have a 5-man that's arguably the best big shooter of all time. And even Boston's big. I can't pronounce his name. I'll put it on the screen. I don't want to butcher it. He really came out of nowhere. He's been great for them. He's doing what he needs to do. Jordan Walsh, he's not been playing too bad. I mean, he filled in when he needed to in the starting 5. Peyton Pritchard off their bench is ridiculous. Now they've got Tatum back, a healthy Tatum with a healthy Jaylen Brown. Derek White's still there, Sam Hauser. I like this Celtics team. I think they're going to get the revenge, and they're going to knock off the Knicks and send them to the conference final. Pistons, Celtics, you got a young Detroit team taking on a core that's already won a championship with a couple new young faces. Jalen Duren's probably going to eat them alive in this series. If you gotta put Ausar Thompson on Jaylen Brown for 40 minutes a night, I don't like that. I'm more than happy to take somebody that's going to put up 30 than somebody that's going to put up maybe 15 and 10. And that's completely ignoring their guard play. Like Derek White, he's going to be good. They're not going to have somebody for Jason Tatum. They're going to have to flip between Brown and Tatum. And then when Derek White subs out, you got Peyton Pritchard off the bench, one of the best long bomb shooters in the game. The post is going to be their best friend. Jalen Duren's a great post lockdown defender. They've been a lockdown defensive team all season long. They're probably going to have to run a 2-3 zone. I think guarding the 3 is going to be their problem. I don't see them getting over that. They don't necessarily utilize the 3-ball, the Pistons team. I like the Celtics. I'm going to send them, honestly, I'm going to send them in 7, and I'm going to get Jason Tatum, 2-time Eastern Conference Final MVP. So this is the finals predictions here. I have Nuggets coming out of the West, Celtics coming out of the East. 11% of fans think Denver and 14% of fans think the Boston, which is insane. That's 25 right there. This will be a fun matchup for sure if this happens. Jokic is going to eat them alive as a big man. Jamal Murray is going to match up well against Jaylen Brown. They only actually played 2 times this season. Nuggets did win both, and Jason Tatum hadn't returned for any. This is going to be a tough one to predict. Like I've said it before, the last time we seen a healthy Nuggets team, they won a ring. We're getting a healthy Nuggets team, improved Nuggets team. I think Denver's going to win. I think Jokic is going to be a 2-time Finals MVP. That's going to move him into some very, very interesting talks about where he ranks as a position as a center. The Nuggets are going to win the NBA Finals in 2026. So that's going to be my prediction there. I think the Nuggets are going to take it over the Celtics. I think they're going to win a title. Let me know what you would change down below and comment who you're excited to watch and what's going to be the most interesting part about the basketball. Who is the biggest X factor for your team? And let me know what I missed.